Hello, this is Paul and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be taking you through how to use Filmora 9.3, how you can do some video editing here. So shall we begin? So just a quick introduction. The window on your right here, the top right, is where the video is usually played, where whatever video you are editing, everything is played here. The window here, kind of in the middle and at the top, is where your media goes to, your audio files, your titles, transition effects. This is where everything that you need to edit the video comes to. And the bottom here, which has a sort of timeline, is where the media that you are actually editing. So the top here has the media that you would want to edit, so you can, it's like a storage platform for the media. And the bottom here is where you would actually edit the media. That's why it has a timeline, so you can go through the timeline of the video or the audio and edit it as you want. Okay, so that's just a quick introduction. Okay, so as we go on, you get to understand how each of these things work. So we go back to the top left window here, where we have this movie icon with a plus on it, so you can click, and then this is where you import every media that you want. You can import it here. So let me open one of my old tutorials so that I use it to explain how you can use this. Completed works. Okay. Okay, so let's open this. Good. So we have this video here. So like I said, this is like a storage place, or like, I don't know how to call it, but where you can keep whichever media you want to edit, whether it's a video or an audio or a picture. This is where you can save all of them, and when you are ready to edit them, you can drag it down to this window here, and then you can either choose to match it to media, which is usually 1080, is a 1080p window, or you can keep the original project settings, but for this video they are the same, so you can just choose either. Okay, now we shall begin. Okay, so this is a very long video, so I would like to just snip a portion, and as I'm snipping, you can also learn how you can snip or cut a portion. So let's assume I am not interested in any portion here. Let's go on. Okay, let's say I want to start my editing from here. Okay, so, and I just want about 2 minutes of my video here. So there are two ways you can snip, or you can split a video. So when you split a video, it makes it easy to edit it in portions rather than as a whole. For instance, if this video I just want a portion, I can just click either this Caesar looking thing here or the same thing here. They both do the same thing, so let me undo it, Ctrl Z. So this snaps it, Ctrl Z, and this also does the same thing. And if you get familiar with the software, you know when it is snapped, so you can check at the time of at the frame here. You realize that when I snap it, you can see the split here. So we have this video here. The video is now in two parts, this video here and this video here. So I can just click and select this video and hit delete on the keyboard. I don't know if I can show it here. Nope. So you can delete it. Okay, so now let me move it to 2 minutes, so you can be checking your time here. This is about 10.10 seconds. So let me look for 2 minutes on the timeline. It should be here. So you can also get your 2 minutes here in this window here. Just edit it to 2 0 0 0 0 0. Enter. So this moves it to 2 minutes, and then you can again, if you want to just keep this portion of the video, click on this Caesar looking thing or the snip, the split button, and then that is done. So then you can click on this second video here and hit delete on your keyboard, or delete, and then the video is deleted. So this is the portion that, assuming you are interested in. So that is how you can split a video and delete a portion of it. Okay, so next I'll be showing how you can put one video on top of the other. So let's assuming I am talking about this video here. With this, you can go to OK and to start recording right away. Okay, so let's assume I want to, let me use an example here, or let me bring another video here. So let's bring this video here. Okay, so let's assume this second video here, I just want the introductory part. Okay, but when I play this video, there is no introductory part. With this, you can go to OK and to start recording right away. Okay, so I want to introduce an introductory part here. Okay, let me rather use this video here. Let me use any of this. Okay, I want to use this as an introductory part. So I can move this video here a bit to the right and move this video here down, and then bring this video in, or I can just put it on top as I wanted to show. So you can just move this video on top. So this is how it works. Any video that is, so the first video is on track 1, or let me say video line 1. Then this next video is on video line 2. So any video that has is on a higher number is what is seen first. So you realize that now when I put it on, I don't see my normal track view or my normal audio window view. I rather see the pink window, because that's what is on top. If I move this video here on top, now you can see that is what I see. I don't see the pink window again. If I move the pink window on top, that's what I see. So that is how Filmora works in terms of the videos. The video that is at the top of the other is what is seen. Okay, so sorry. So assuming now I want this to be the introductory video, so now this video overlays or is on top of my first video, but when I'm playing it right away, good. So now, so my audio is still playing at the background, so you can also reduce the volume of this video here. Okay, so you can also, one thing you can also do is you can click on the timeline here. You can click and hold the left mouse and drag it to the left or the right. It will stretch the media out or the timeline out, or stretch it in or compress it in. I forgot to say that earlier. So we can move this cursor or moving thing here to the end of this video, and then we want to split this bottom video, so you can split, and then we drag the volume down. So you can either drag the volume down this way, or you can reduce or increase the volume. I realize that when I increase or decrease the volume, it is affected, it is seen in the waveform down here. So when I bring it down, the volume is silent, so that now when I play, there will be no sound. There will be no sound till the second video kicks in. The top track is the good. Again, there will be no sound for this portion of the video. It's the second one kicks in. The top track is the okay. That is good. So that is how you can add. So you can keep on adding more videos on top of this video. Let me see. Sorry. Let's add this, another favorite of mine. Let's add it. Okay, so you can bring this video on top here. Okay, so the video is now on top, so you can also toggle. So you can see that when you brought the third video on top, that is what we are seeing. We are not seeing the videos beneath it. Okay, you are not seeing the videos beneath it, so you can toggle between which videos you want to see. If you click this, it's blinds you to the top video. Something like closes your eye to the topmost video, so you can see the other videos beneath it. So now no longer you can't see the video at the top. When you click the same way here, you can't see that video, you only see the video underneath it. If you click here to here, you can't see any video. Okay, so that is how you can toggle between the videos. You can also adjust the videos. Like, let me show you. When you click here, you can adjust how the video shows. Then you can click here, also adjust how the bottom video shows. So yep, you can also do that so that you can see all videos at the same time. So now, because the video 1 and 2 have been muted, you can, when I play, you only hear the video 3. So let's play it and see. Okay, so that is about it. So let's stretch the videos back to their normal size. Stretch this one to the normal size. Okay. Okay, so next we are going to look at video transitioning. So let's assume sorry, I want to split this video here. I just want to add some transition. So let me, okay, another way you can also snip or split a video or trim a video, let me put it that way. Another way you can trim a video is also by clicking on the video and then dragging it. So that's also trims the video to wherever I want to trim it to. The same way I can hold this video and trim it, drag it to trim it, then pull it to the side. Okay, so now I have this video nicely. Okay, let me move to the other aspects of the video before I come to the transitioning. I'll be doing the transitioning later. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. So now we're going to learn how to add titles. We are going to learn how to add titles, which are here. Okay, so we have so many titles. So when you look at the left panel here, we have about 259 titles. We have it separated into different categories: custom, opening title, titles, lower thirds. So what I usually use are the opening titles and the lower thirds. So the opening titles are usually for an introduction to a video, and the lower thirds are when you want to edit something. So let me just use 2 of them for you to get what the titles are for. So if, let's say, I want to put in, okay, like I'm making a video on how to do video editing from Filmora, I can go to the opening title then and select one here. So let me see this title, I drag it down to where I want it to be. So you can drag it to this front here. When you drag it to the front of the video here, it will push the whole the previous video to the right, so that the new video is at the beginning, just like this. So then so when you put it here, then you can edit this title here, because normally it comes with a placeholder. So you double click on it and then you can edit your title here. So you can put in sorry, Filmora tutorial. Then you can also click on this text here and then you can edit that one too. Okay, lesson 1. Okay, so you can, one thing you can also do is you can save this, you can save this title, so that next time you just search for it and you will find it. But let me do a few more editing before I save it, and I'll show you how you can retrieve it next time when you've saved it. So you can go to advanced. Let's assume you want to add a picture or something. You can go to advanced, and this is where you have more advanced settings. I'll not really get much into it, but you can add a text box here. Still maybe how to video edits. Okay, so you can add this text box here, so just like that. It doesn't look nice, but this is just to show you how it works. You can add the text. You can also add a picture here. Let me go to downloads and see if I have any cool picture. Okay, we have this cool picture. Okay, so let me make it very small so that we see. Okay, so then you have your picture too, so you can edit the title, and at the end I said you can save it, so you can go to save as, and you can name it how you want. Filmora Tuts. Okay, good. So now this title is saved. This title here is saved. Let's play it so that we see how it is. So this, good. So that is how it works. So next time if I want to add the same title, let's say I delete this title, and next time I'm doing another video I want to use a similar title or the same, you can just go to titles here, go to custom, and we have Filmora Tuts here, or you can just search for it here, Filmora, and you have it here. Then you drag it down, so that next time you don't have to come and start all over and edit it. You have your title here already. Fantastic. Okay, next let's also look at what we call the split screen. Let's look at what you call the split screen. Also the split screen, I don't think I'll be getting so much into that, but I would just give a little guidance, and then you can find out more about it later. So the split screen, like you are seeing here, it also splits the video so that you can be showing several videos at the same time. Okay, so let me choose one. I'll go with this. So when you want this type, so how the template is arranged is how you are going to see the video. So this one can take 3 videos, this one can take 6 videos, this one can take 4 videos. So let me use one of the 3 videos here, drag it, let me see here. Okay, so when you drag it down, you can double click, and then this window appears. So when this window appears, you can now drag whichever video you want here. So let me drag this first video here, this second video here, and this third video here. And you can also edit quickly. I want to just go through quickly. You can also edit the videos here. You can edit how, okay, let me the videos are not showing because of where this line here is, or this bar here is, so you can move the bar inside so that the videos start showing. Good. Okay, so you can select, you can click on this video here and control the volume. You can control the tuning, how you want it to be, the temperature and all that. Okay, so you can control the audio here, video here, lots of control features here, but usually I just like to edit it here. So you can control the how zoomed in or out it is, and you can drag it around to show the to focus on the portion you want to show. Then you can click this icon to either cancel out the audio or maintain the audio. You can also delete it. So let's cancel out the audio. Then we can do the same way here, cancel audio, edit how you want it to be zoomed in or out. Usually you don't want a portion showing like here, you want it to be totally covered, so you zoom out as much as possible. And same here, you try zooming out or zooming in as you desire, and then cancel out the audio or leave out the audio, because when you leave out the audio, all of the 3 will play the same, their audios at the same time, which can be quite confusing. So you can silence all of them and then put the audio that you want at the bottom here. We'll be coming to how to edit audios later. So the same way with this split screen, by clicking on at the end and dragging it, you can increase the length of time or decrease the length of time you want it to play. So let's see how the split screen works with our video. So our split screen comes in, and very soon it will be fading out. Great. So that is how the split screen works. Fantastic. Let's go on. So now we'll be adding audios. Let's see how you can also add audios the same way back to where we started from. Let me okay this before. When you come to media here, you can add everything you want. Like I said, videos, images, audios. So let's add an audio here. Let's go to video. I have some audio. No, not here. Video editing, soundtracks. Let's look for some heroic songs, and then open. So this has an audio. Okay, let me add one more audio. So let's add another audio. So you can also double click. Sorry, let me go back. You can also double click in this any empty space here to open the Explorer. So let's add the second audio. Open. And I also just want to point it out to you that Filmora also comes with its own audio. So we have different audio here. You can listen to it before you add it. So it comes with 51 audio tracks. But if you would like, you can go with your own audio tracks. So this is the audio that I have. So the video, as you can see, this bottom here we have 1, 2, 3. You can keep on adding more video tracks, but for now you just have 1, 2, 3. And the bottom here you can see the audio. So you can see there's this icon depicts this is a video line. This icon here depicts this is an audio line. So let's move the audio to the audio line. Okay, and then so let's assume we want to use these two audio. I've imported the first one, so let's assume I want to use the two. I can split this first audio somewhere here. You just click at the area you want it to go to, or drag this thing here wherever I want it to go to. Then you will click on the audio and click on this split button here, and the audio is split into two. So you can select the second portion, hit delete on your keyboard, and then let me drag the second audio down here. So we have our second audio, and then you can also split the audio here. Click on it, split, and then delete. Once again, you can drag the audio here at the bottom, just so that it's the same way as splitting it. So if you want to just end here, you drag it there. So let's just listen to it. Track to the right is beacons, the right is good. So another thing I will be teaching is how to also edit your audio. Just not really edit, like adjust the volume, because now you see that we have a tutorial video here. We just want a silent background song, but the background sound is quite loud. Let's listen again. When I take it closer to the top, I click. So quite a loud background sound. So you would like to reduce the volume, you can just click on the volume line here. So you can see a faint line here, that's the volume line. You can either click on it, you can either click on it and drag it up and down. So you can see that the waveform reduces or increases depending on the volume. You can also as well double click and then reduce or increase the volume here, as you can see. And again, you can also cause the audio to fade in or fade out. So fading in is like easing in, like the volume increases as the song is started, and fading out is the volume goes down. So you just listen to how the volume goes down here. It goes down very abruptly, and when I go to the and the volume is still high, so let's reduce it further to 12. Let's see. Okay, now let's listen. Left track, so the right is vacant. Okay, so the volume is a bit better. So now let's do the fading out. So here, as I move the fade out, you should see a line, a gradient line going down, and it stretches over time. So if you, the longer the fade out time, the longer it will fade out, and sometimes it fades out so slowly. But if you want it to fade out faster, you give it a smaller time and it will fade out in a very short time. So let's listen to the fading out. The right is empty. Okay, and when I go to the bottom, 9. So you see how the video or the audio gradually fades out. Okay, the same way you can cause this audio to fade in. It is empty. To the bottom, and I click. Okay, but unfortunately that audio is already, so let me split here and see if I can cause it to fade in. Yeah, the bottom. Okay, so now we can work with the fading in. So let's double click and then introduce the fading in. Again, we can see how this audio too gradually picks up in terms of the volume. So we can also adjust the fading in thing here. Then let's play it and see how it's now fades in terms of the bottom, and I click. You can see now the recording is done only for the good. Okay, so another thing too I would like to teach is you can also just adjust the volume of a portion. So instead of adjusting the volume of this whole audio, sometimes what I do is like I would like to split it, and then I can adjust the volume of just this second portion here. Let's increase it. So when you play it, you realize that the second portion will have a higher volume than the first portion. Let me start from the end of the first portion. So I've been recording. You can see the time here for about a minute now, and I would like to stop in a short time. Good. So that is how you can work with audio. So you can keep on adding different audios, working around it, and then it will make your video very nice and interesting. Okay. And a few more things I would like to teach before we end here is this buttons here at the top. We've seen the splitting tool already. Here you can also select a video and delete it here. Then Control Z to bring it back, undo it to bring it back. Then you can also crop and pan and zoom into an audio, which is one of the last things I'll be teaching, so because it's quite interesting. Then you can also speed up a video. So when I select this, you can either make it slow by 0.5 times or 0.25 times. So the lower the number, the slower it will go, and you can also speed it up by, let's say, 0.2 times. So if you take note of this video, when I speed it up, it will the time will reduce. Now it's about 2 minutes 5 seconds. So if I select this video and make the time times 4, now you see that it has totally reduced. It has reduced. So yes. Yeah, so now you can see that the video has been sped up. Then you can also do some tuning here. Tuning here, you can change the color balance of the video, make it warm, cool, different color settings of the video. Interesting. Let's go to cancel. What else can we do here? Let's see. Then I've not taught transition yet. You can also go to effects. Let me first reduce this, go back to the normal speed. Okay, then we have effects, elements, and we've done split screen already. So elements, you can also add elements. If you want to add an arrow or something, you just drag it down here to any portion of the video you want. You can also increase how long or short you want it to be. So let's play it and see how the arrow works. For the left track, so the right is, so that is how the arrow works. You can add different elements as you go through. I don't really use it, so I don't really mind it. Then you can go to effects, and there are so many effects which you can go through and then add as you want. Let me try a few for you to see. We have this 1977, giving it an old looking effect. Okay, and when I go to the bottom, okay, then one of my favorites is the 4 seasons. Let me see. Good. The 4 seasons, you can add that one too, and see, give it a funny button, so you can switch between where you want it to. This is an action movie kind of feel. Different funny effects that you can, then it's continuous. Okay, so you can just add any effects that you want. And then we are moving to our last two, which is transition and panning and zooming. Okay, so let's go to pan and zoom. One of the favorite tools I use in Filmora, especially helps a lot in tutorials. Okay, let me move this videos here away so that I can teach the panning and zooming well. So I want to teach a practical way that I use it so that you understand. Okay, so it seems I clipped off the part of the video that I wanted. So, but let me just still go. So the panning and zooming is assuming, let's say, in this portion of the video, in this portion, I want people to be focused on an area, because sometimes you'll be working on a video, you'll be moving the mouse at a certain corner, but people's attention might not be there. So if you want to do that, and it is just for this portion of the video, you can click on the split button here. First click on the video, click on the split button so that this portion is a portion on its own. Then you can go to crop. Let's try the crop first. So now let's try the crop first. Okay, let me use it. So let's try the crop first. So let's move in. So we want the audience to be focused on this window here. So we just crop to this window here. Okay, so now when we play it, you see that it moves and focus just on that window. Okay, so now instead of it focusing on the whole thing, it just focuses on that window. Fantastic. Okay, so that is the cropping. So the cropping just zooms in on a small portion of the window. Let's try the cropping again for this window. This window, to when we are cropping it, we can just move it to where the waveform is, and it will focus mainly on this window or this portion of the screen here, instead of focusing on. Good. So now let me add one more thing, which is the panning and zooming. Is another trick that I found interesting in Filmora. So when you have a cropped out portion like this, you can, instead of just popping to that or zooming in straight to that window, you can let it move slowly to that window and then move slowly out, or pan and zoom in slowly to it and then zoom out from it. So to do that, you have to have the portion snipped or clipped, and then you move to, let's say, a small portion at the beginning. You click on the split tool, you select that window or select that portion of the video, then you go to your crop and zoom, and this time around, instead of going to crop, you go to pan and zoom. So there are two ways to do this. If it is at the beginning of the video and you want to zoom in, that means you want to start at the big side. So let's switch this. You can click this icon here to switch the beginning and the end. So now the end window, we are okay with it because that's the portion you want to zoom into. But the beginning, you want to start out from the bigger window. So let's drag it out here and let it cover the whole window. Go to OK. Again, now let's come here. Now at the end, you want it to zoom out, so you want it to gradually move out. So that one too. Let's so depending on how big the window is or how big the video is, the portion you select, it will either moving quickly. So let me do a small portion so you understand what I'm saying. If you take this small portion and I split it and I go to, you select that video portion, crop and zoom, and then so this one too, we want to zoom out to the bigger window. So the start, so let's the start, okay, let me see. Yeah, so the start is okay. You want it to start from the smaller window and out to the bigger window. So the start is okay, but the end we don't like it. We want it to come out to the bigger window. We don't want it to zoom in further. So we select it this way and go to OK, and then we are done. So let's see how this works. So you see that when I play it, it will zoom into that particular portion of the window, then be on that window for a while and zoom out gradually. Let's see. So you are staying in the zoomed in window. We are going to zoom out soon. Nice. So that is how it works. So depending on how small the portion you select, it will either zoom in gradually or very fast. So let's say this second portion here, I'll try this one again. The beginning I want it to be very small so that the video, the zoom in will be very fast. So let's select crop and zoom, and then pan and zoom. Again, you switch. You want to start from the outer window and end in the inner window. So go to OK. And for the zooming out, I want you to zoom out for a very long time. So let me give a bigger window here, split it, go to crop, and I'm not sure I know the name of this command here. Crop and zoom, yes. Pan and zoom. Then you want to end in the bigger window. So select, click to select the end window and open it out and go to OK. Okay, so now let's play it and see how that one also works. So you see that it will quickly zoom in, stay in that window for a while, and gradually zoom out. Okay, so the zooming in was quite quick, so let's try it again. And it will gradually zoom out. Okay, so then we move on to our final and last thing, which is transitioning, which is also one of the tools I use a lot in Filmora. So transitioning, it helps you to switch between videos, or like helps to cover little blunders and all that. So so this is the transitioning window. Again, we have several types. We have 233 transitions, but we can go through each of these types to more specific transitions that you want. Some of the more frequent ones I use are the plane shape and the linear shape. So you can just, so if you want to use the transition, you can just drag it down here. You can stretch it based on how long you want it to last or not. Okay, so let's just add more. So if you want to, the transition should always be between two videos, So sometimes if you want to add a transition between the same video, you first have to split that video and then add a transition. So let's split the video more. I just want to add different transitions so that you see how the transition works. Okay. Another transition. Let's look for page curl. Another transition. Okay, so now you've added enough transitions. And if you also want to see how a transition works, you can let me add one more. If you want to see how a transition works, you can also just click on it and click on the play button here. And to show you how the transition will work, you can also click on it, click the play button here. Okay, so now let's start it out. So let's start from here and let's see how the transition affects the video. top track is the okay. So that is how the transitioning works. Okay. Okay, so I think that should be all for now. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this video was great and beneficial to you. If you want more videos on other softwares on Filmora 9, you can leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.